Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the X-Men Age of Apocalypse Magneto figure from MAFEX. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks exquisite, and really they nailed all the notes they need to hit. I mean, starting off with just the kind of general look of the figure, the stature, the kind of silhouette. I think they just absolutely nailed it. Just very much has that Age of Apocalypse design, and yeah, just everything's really good here. I mean, MAFEX really excels, I think, at comic characters specifically, and this is very much proof of that. Not too much to speak of for paint. I mean, honestly, just a red plastic base. A lot of our paint, I think, is really coming in with the purple here, this beautiful metallic purple, as we can see, with the hands, the kind of tops of the gloves, the trunks, the boots. Just really good here. Obviously, it's a little more flat for the joints, but it's not distracting at all. It definitely blends very, very well. Then we get to little touches of paint here with the silver rivets here at the top of his collar, and all very cleanly applied, just very nicely done overall. We get the face sculpt, which very much reads as Magnus, and just really good work here. We got some other head sculpts to look at in the next section, but as for right here, really nice kind of almost, there's a little bit of metallic going on here in the helmet as well, which is very, very nice. Just adds a little bit. And then we get that cape, and the cape is awesome. MAFEX is so good with capes. And I mean, it's really nice the way it's tucked under the collar. You do get a little bit of kind of, I guess, ruching. I'm actually not completely familiar with the terminology there, but yeah, some really nice stuff. So you can get as dramatic as you want to get. I mean, you can see that. You can see through it a little bit. I mean, it's not the thickest of materials, but it doesn't need to be, especially where you want to keep that wire pliable and able to hold the weight. So yeah, just really, really cool. One of my favorite versions of Magneto, and awesome to see that brought into plastic. We get a fantastic assembly of accessories here, so let's jump right into it. And starting with hands, we do get a pair of fists right out of the box. Then we get a pair of kind of grasping / orb cupping hands. We get a pair of somewhat relaxed hands, a pair of splayed out hands / power using hands. And then we get a pair of, it's an effects piece. So we get this brilliant magenta, neon electric pink magnetic effect. Just awesome. You can see there are some hands in there, and these are removable. So you get some extra kind of, I guess, less than relaxed hands, a little more intentional hands, and those obviously just slot right in. I mean, I didn't even realize these were removable until I removed one of these from the intro, and the hand actually came out of the piece. So really cool, kind of doubling up there. And I love, 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 love the color of this. I mean, it's hard to get it across on camera, but it is luminescent, and that is really fantastic. One of my favorite accessories I've seen in a long, long time. After that, head sculpts. So right out of the box, we do get the helmet on, with clear view of his face, and we get the obviously his kind of front tassels of hair here, and in the back we get kind of coming down here. Then we get the unmasked or unhelmeted face, more stern, more of a kind of neutral expression. So very, very nicely done there. It looks just like it did in the comics. For that, we also do get the separate helmet with nothing in it. You can see there is a peg there at the top. Actually, I'm assuming this is just the piece that comes on the original head, just kind of removed. So I'm assuming that's what this looks like without the helmet on it. And then finally, we get the kind of blacked out, kind of dark, power using face. Probably my favorite of the entire group. Just looks really cool, especially with those kind of light blue eyes peering out from the helmet itself. Fantastic stuff, and that will do it for accessories. Articulation here is fantastic. Unfortunately, no freestanding kicks, as you can see. Part of that is a couple of things here that we'll get into. One of them is the cape here, which again, while being light, is not a non-issue. And it takes some work. I think it's more, the no freestanding kicks is more just me not having the patience or time right now to kind of get it there. But there is a wire coming from the kind of collar piece here all the way to the end. And you know, that again allows for some great drama. You can pretty much bring this just about anywhere you want, especially with the weight of that. So that is excellent. For the head, we are on a dumbbell joint into the head, separate neck piece, and not too much up, unfortunately. That is because of our hair sculpt back here. We're just kind of running into that. We do get a little bit of down, get some nice side to side, and of course rotation. For the arms, we do get some butterfly joints, which go up and down, side to side, so you can get some nice deep poses that way as well. Coming up into a Y pose, which is fantastic. We do bicep swivel, double jointed elbows bring us to there. We have swivel hinge swivel here at the arms, so you can get anywhere you want to go there. We get ball joint the diaphragm, ball joint the waist. So fantastic crunch, fantastic arch back, though we do get a little gappy on the arch back. We get all the side to side, get rotation from both those joints as well. For our hips, we are drop downs. And even with those drop downs, unfortunately, we're not really hitting splits. And not that Magneto really needs it, but it is kind of unfortunate that we kind of lose that range. So from there, our front kicks, perfect 90s. We do get thigh swivel at that assembly. We do get double jointed knees, bring us to there. Then we get another swivel hinge swivel here at the ankles, so we can go side to side. We can point very, very nicely. The joints on mine are a little bit loose, which is again part of why it doesn't really have a really strong base for those freestanding kicks. Some really nice kick forward. We get rocker for days and then a toe hinge. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here it is with some other MAFEX. With some domestics. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with articulated icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the X-Men Age of Apocalypse Magneto figure from MAFEX is that this is a really killer figure. Just really fantastic soft goods, amazing accessories. The aesthetics are absolutely on point. I do wish there was a little bit more range for the articulation, certainly in the hips and the head. I don't know how they would have fixed that. Maybe a joint at the back of the hair or something like that. But beyond that, just everything here is fantastic. Cannot recommend it enough. Certainly if you're a fan of Magneto as a character or the Age of Apocalypse arc in general. So yeah, definitely recommend it. I believe this is still available from a few different online resources, including Big Bad Toy Store. So I'll have a link in the description, link or two in the description below, so you can pick this up if you are so interested. That being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, I hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back, let's just escape the world for a while, talk about some really nice plastic, and really at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.